Good day, my beautiful people. Good day, good day, good day. All right, my new song is gonna be releasing in the middle of May month. All right, I have a new song that I'm gonna be releasing entitled "Bad This Year." All right, it's gonna be releasing sometime in the middle of May month. I don't have a actual date as yet, but I know it's sometime in May month. All right, in one of my hook lines, I use the term fully dunce. Alright, fully dunce and we don't care. Alright, so I just want to address that right now. Alright, and I hope a lot of people see this video, share this video, because this is very important. And this is something that been plaguing me for like my whole entire life. This had been plaguing me. And finally build up the confidence to talk about it. All right. The term dunce. There's no such thing as dunce. Now I could see picture a lot of people, like what wrong with George? He be like, he going mad or? Listen and hear me out. There's no such thing as dunce. You see what people was calling dunce. What I was calling then and calling it now. A lot of artists now that use it in their music as metaphors, right? They use fully dunce in the music as metaphor. My reason for using it is so that I could strike up this conversation here, all right? Because I really thought about it a lot before I decided to put it in my music. I thought about it a lot. And then when I meds it, and I'm like, you know what? This is my opportunity to talk about this thing called dunce. All right. Reason why I say there's no such thing as dunce. When I was growing up in Trinidad, right, as a youngster, now I failed common entrance and all these things. I used to be coming last in tests as a youngster. And people used to deem me as dunce, right? Because of my ignorance at the time too, I used to consider myself dunce, not knowing, right? What people consider dunce and they didn't know, right? The teachers, the board of education, none of them had a clue what was going on with me. What was happening with me, I had a learning disability, right? That I found out this at a late age. When I came to America to live, I found out that, you see, back then in Trinidad when I was growing up, they didn't have nothing put in place for like kids who just work slower and stuff. Who mind doesn't operate fast like the other kids on them. So what happened now? The teachers and them like, boy, this child dunce. They deem them as dunce and they just gone with that and then even study to say, well, look, maybe this child have a problem. Maybe this child have a learning disability. And this is what I want to let people know. You see, when you look at a child and you say, well, hey, dunce, it's not dunce. The child have a learning disability. Who wants to be coming last in tests? Who you know out there like to be coming last in tests and all kind of thing and people making fun of you? Nobody like that. You understand? Nobody likes that. You understand? So, hence the reason why I come to the conclusion there's no such thing as a person is dunce. It's not dunce the dunce. They have a learning disability. You understand? And if the government, I should say not the government, but Ministry of Education back then had things put in place for somebody like myself, I would not fail common entrance. When I went and do common entrance, I guess everything, and I guess everything wrong. Everything I guess it wrong. Because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have a clue. And this is the next thing too. To add insult to injury. Imagine I struggling, right? I ain't understanding what the teacher teaching me because I have a learning disability. I not aware of it. The teacher not aware of it. And at the same time, they want to beat your tail. You understand? So you have that in your mind. Look, if I answer this thing wrong, is licks. So you're studying licks. You're already confused and understanding nothing. You ain't catching all your other classmates and them catching on, and you struggling to catch on with what it is being taught to you. Right? You don't understand what's going on. You understand? Because nobody is aware of this situation. Not even your parents are aware that, listen, my child have a learning disability. Maybe he need to be placed in a class where he could have a one-on-one with the teacher and they give him how much time he need in order to catch on. None of these things was put in place. I don't know if it changed by now in Trinidad. I'm hoping that it's changed. That kids now, who have learning disability could be placed in a special ed class so that they could take the time, you understand, and teach them, you know what I mean? Teach them what they need to be taught, you know what I mean? Give them all the time they need so the brains can catch on. That's all they need. You understand? That's all they need. Instead of just, look, dismissing the child, look, this child dunce and cannot be learned. Let me tell you something about, I'll tell you something about myself. At a later age, I learned how to read. I learned how to write. Like I just write my own music. Nobody writes for me. I write my own music. You understand? I could cry on a proper conversation, all these things. And that is due to the fact that I didn't know what was going on with me. Until I know what was going on with me, I understand and I know what needed was to be done. You understand? Let me give you an example too with my daughter. One of my daughter, she was when she was younger, she used to be going through trouble in school, and the teacher was, frustrated. The teacher reached to the point where she was ready to give up. And I told the teacher, I said, don't give up on her. I said, because me too, I used to be struggling too, and I didn't know what was wrong with me until, at a later age, I found out what was wrong with me. And I say, based on what she's going through, I think she have the same problem as I did. So I said, don't give up on her. She will catch up. You understand? So they decided to put her in a special ed class and stuff, you know what I mean? And that helped her out so much that the day of graduation, when she was graduating from school, right? The same set teacher who was ready to give up on her, right? Couldn't believe the amount of certificates and awards she was getting. It reached the point where she was coming off of the stage. She was leaving the stage to come off the stage. And they called her back for next certificate they had for she. That was like the third one. That was the third one out of about 8 she got. That was the third one they called her back for at that time. She got about 8 awards. The teacher who was ready to give up on her, she jaw dropped. She couldn't believe she not days watching my daughter walking off the stage. She can't believe, this is the child she was ready to give up on. She couldn't believe. And I was just going through my group chat. Me and my kids and them, and my family and them have a group chat. And every single day, that same daughter of mine, every single day, this school upset she, that school upset she, this one upset she. It reached a point now where she's so confused, she don't know who to choose to go to, which school to choose to go to. I say all that to say this. Had the proper things put into place, I hope it's put into place now. Like in America, it's not this is not no putting down your country or anything like that. This is not that. I just stating facts. Had these things been put in place in Trinidad, a lot of kids would get, wouldn't slip through the cracks. You understand? Wouldn't go by, get dismissed. I order done see and that's it. Right? So I'm hoping that the right set of people, I don't know if they changed the schooling system in Trinidad now, I don't know. But I hope the right set of people see this, right? And do something about that. If a child is struggling, no matter how you try to simplify it and the child not getting it, it's not that the child stupid or the child dunce. No such thing as done. The child have a learning disability. And we need to take that into full consideration and set up some kind of program, some kind of special ed class for that child so that that child wouldn't be overlooked. You understand? Like I was overlooked. Because if that program was, if they had some type of program like that in Trinidad, some kind of special ed, I would have did fine. You understand? But I hated education because they didn't make it fun. They make me scared. Because I studying, I go get licks, one, and the next thing I studying, but I ain't understanding this thing. I can't understand this thing. I'm not getting it for nothing. I'm not getting it. You know? And all I needed was somebody to come and sit me down and take the time and give me the time to catch on. And I would have did well with common entrance. This is something, for the longest while, I shy away from it. I shy away from it. When people would come around and talk about what school they went to and thing, I would, try my best to, get away from that subject. You know what I mean? Because ashamed that I fail common entrance and thing, people look at you a certain way and thing. But up until I found out what it is was wrong with me, I ain't shame again. It's not my fault. I didn't make myself. It's not my fault. It's something I went through, as a youngster in life. And I learned. I come to America and things was opened up to me and I learned, hey, you have a problem. I didn't even know I had a problem. I just thought, hey, I just don't understand it and I'm not getting it. And look, I don't care to learn because all you busting my tail frustrated me. I don't know what's going on. You understand? So I didn't care to learn. So when I come to America now and there's special program for people who, have learning disability. Nobody never tell me I had a learning disability. Nobody tell me I had a learning disability. You understand? I had to find that out on my own because of certain things I see and hear people complaining about certain things and then, they say what it is. It's a learning disability. You understand? But not because you have a learning disability, that don't mean to say you're not going to learn. You're going to learn once you make up your mind to learn. You're going to learn. And as a determined fella, made up my mind and I learn, I could handle myself now. You understand? I could handle myself now. I could hold a conversation with anybody. Intelligent conversation at that too. You understand? The same man they used to consider dunce could cry on a conversation with anybody. You understand? So, like I said, I hope this video, the right set of people see this in Trinidad and wherever part of the Caribbean that this is taking place where kids are being overlooked. I hope that this video reach into their hand and they, take it up on themselves to do something about it. And don't let our next child slip through the cracks again. Alright? So, that's all for now. My name is Georgie Blacks. Again, look out for my new single coming out May. I don't have a date. It's somewhere in the middle of May. It's gonna be coming out. Yeah, just go on, all the different platforms and support your boy. All right, peace, one love.